Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So I'm a fan of showing you guys different devices on the channel, and TCL was nice enough to send me this phone, which is the TCL 10L. This is their attempt at a pocket-friendly phone. 250 bucks is rumored to what this phone is going to cost. At the recording of this video, it is not officially released yet, but in fact, it will be released soon. So stay tuned for that. I'm hearing that it's supposed to release sometime in May. Towards the middle or end, I'm not sure. Do your research in Google. You'll probably find something out there better than I can find. But the point is, this is the front camera, and this is the start of the video review for the cameras for this device. Now, I want to stay here for just a second because when I look over here at the viewfinder, I think of a couple of things. I think of how this phone compares to other devices sitting in this same spot with the same type of lighting. And I'm going to say that this phone's cameras, this front camera on here, I think it's looking pretty good. And I did a quick sample of the front camera in my 3-day review, but I promised you guys that I would come back and do an official video review for the camera. So what do you guys think about this? Next, we'll take a look at some photos, and I'll do the norm. I'll take photos in some of the same pictures that I always take photos of and give them to you that way, because I think consistency is key. And I think if I'm taking pictures of the same thing, you guys can get some type of idea of how good all these different cameras are when they come on the channel. So also be on the lookout. Some of you guys are asking, do you have the Pro? Do you have the Pro? Unboxing coming soon. That's what I can tell you. So let's take a look at some photos and then we'll come back and we'll go to the rear and then maybe we'll chat a little bit. But so far, I think you should be giving credit already to this $250 phone from TCL. The people who make TVs. They're doing their doggone thing. I think they're doing fantastic for a kind of a first run in this price range. Let's get the rest of this video going.
Downtown, I got that heat, let's go.
Now with the rear camera, I noticed that when I first start recording, and I noticed this the other day when I was doing the quick sample for you guys, I noticed that the rear camera takes a second and there's a little bit of autofocus or focus hunting, and then it locks onto the subject on its own, the subject being me. So in this video, when I first started, didn't you too see the little focus hunting and then it cleared up after a second? I think that's important because sometimes, now obviously I'm recording myself, so I can't reach around and lock the focus. But in fact, the phone does it on its own. So I'll see this footage too. But I think just based on all the videos I've done when I'm using the rear camera to face myself and I don't have anyone to help me to lock the focus, it fixes itself. And that can't be said about several phones out there that I've used when recording the rear camera on myself, just putting it on a tripod and just sitting here and trying to shoot a vlog for you guys. Now, one thing I did notice about the rear camera is that it gives a little bit more saturation. Now, that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that the videos produced from the rear camera on the TCL 10L, this 48 megapixel shooter, they have it labeled at, it definitely saturates more on the rear camera. And that's not a good or a bad thing. The front camera, to me, looks maybe natural, a little bit more natural. But for the rear camera, it's punchy. It's not bad footage at all. It just looks like it saturates more. So how has this video been doing so far with me shooting, just sitting here like this, talking directly to the camera? And did the focus hunting stop? Did you see what I'm talking about, how it levels out and fixes itself? Now, I don't know if it's because I moved too much or something. I don't know. But the fact that it corrected itself, and when I looked at the footage after the fact on the previous video, I was happy about that. So here is the rear camera. Let's get to try to closing this video out some kind of way. All right, guys. So there you have it. Let's just call it what it is. Even though this phone costs $200 or $250, these cameras are good. You know, it's a bonus for those out there who don't want to spend a lot of money for a device. I think TCL hit it out the park with this one with the cameras. The video recording, the photos, while not flawless, definitely impressed. Much better than several other phones that I've reviewed on and I have reviewed a lot of phones that cost less than $300. And to answer that question for those people, why would I get this over a previous year's flagship or something like that? You have a choice. Knock yourself out. Go ahead and do that if that's what you want to do. Go ahead and grab a previous year's flagship. Not knocking that. But this video is about the TCL 10L and how fantastic these cameras appear to be. I mean, it's just, you can't deny how impressive these cameras are. And I'm closing out with the front camera. It's fantastic, man. I mean, I don't have a complaint. The phone overall, when taking photos, it takes the photos really fast. The portrait photos, whoa, did you see those? I mean, I took some portrait photos of myself and then of my Powerade and my Kind healthy snacks. That's pretty impressive. I mean, I think I did it of the One Plus as well. And I could go on record and say, you know, I could compare this phone to the One Plus, and I think the One Plus will get beat. This One Plus costs $700, and this phone is a third of the cost, and that's why I do these videos. No knock on the One Plus. It's a great phone. I'm using it as one of my dailies. But video quality and photos is something that I like to show you guys, because as much as people say, "Oh, I don't do selfies, I don't take photos, I don't take videos," this should be something that's on your list of things that a company should produce if you're going to spend over $100 for a phone, or over $200 for a phone. So TCL, I applaud you. This is a great set of cameras, and I for sure could use this for a vlog any day on the channel. But enough of me talking. What do you guys think? Go ahead and talk about it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.